topic is Bridging Policy and Practice, Technology's Role in Implementing NEP 2020. It is my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker, Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe, who currently serves as the chairman of the National Education Technology Forum, NETF, the Executive Council of the National Assessment and Accreditation Council, NAAC, and the National Board of Accreditation, NBA. Anilji will share his expert insights on the crucial role technology plays in implementing the National Education Policy 2020, highlighting how innovative solutions can transform educational outcomes across India. Please give a huge round of applause and welcome on stage Dr. Anil Sahasrabudhe.
I'm indeed very pleased to be here in this very interesting program of Blue Ocean and ASSOCHAM together. And the topic given is also very exciting. It is about the gap between policy and implementation or the practice, and how national education policy, various facets of that are required to be implemented, and how do we connect them with use of technology. And that's the most important part which we are looking at. And when Blue Ocean is a leader, I was seeing Saurav Ganguly being on the board, one of the great brand ambassadors of cricket as well as of the Blue Ocean, and supply chain, logistics, and all of them are being covered in terms of training, and therefore this topic is absolutely topical. So let me just get into few important facets of national education policy which came into being 5 years ago, 2020. Just we completed the 5th anniversary of the policy being launched. Starting from school education to higher education, this entirely gamut of education sector is taken care of. School education being changed from the present 10+2 system to the new 5+3+3+4. The first 5 years being the formative or foundational years where child should enjoy learning. Therefore, stories, games, toys, that is the spirit of learning. A language as well as some subjects like environment, science, etc. But through stories and games rather than insisting on writing by script. Also, multidisciplinarity starts from the beginning. So you take them into the garden, show them the butterflies, flowers, and all of that. They love nature. So naturally, they get excited about science. And similarly, a lot of stories of scientists, of great people. And that will again excite in history, geography, and all of that. That is one part of the story. The second part is there is a interesting toolkit, a box, almost like a trunk created, which is called Jadui Pitara. So magical box. When you open it, there are hundreds of gadgets, small things, which child will get excited about, and they will start opening it, and then maybe some of them will damage it. Doesn't matter. There is a great learning that happens in a classroom, in a different type of an environment is what is envisaged in the first 5 years. The following 3 years, of course, you have to write, read, script, multilingualism, and 3-language formula. You have a mother tongue education. Then along with that, maybe English, maybe Hindi, maybe Tamil, Telugu. You learn multiple languages, even foreign languages like German, French, etc. is all possible through the 3-language formula. You go ahead. Most important thing which your organization, Blue Ocean, is doing is about skilling, vocational education, which starts from the 6th grade itself. So students are required to earn at least a couple of skills when they are coming into the 9th grade. And 9th to 12th is an absolute flexible system where you can take courses which are completely different. Physics with philosophy, chemistry with computer science, maths with music, and biology with maybe some other psychology. Anything combination is permitted, but still no restriction on joining higher studies in engineering, in medicine, in pharmacy, in architecture. But immediately some people get a conclusion that now onwards engineering can be done without maths. Please don't have that impression. If you have not taken maths in our grade 9, 10, 11, 12, you are required to do a lot of prerequisite courses of maths before you start understanding mechanical engineering or electrical engineering. Same is the case if you have not done biology and you still come into pharmacy or medicine, you have to take a lot of biology courses in order to understand the entire concept of medical science. So this is what is being taught about. The next important part is in the higher education, two important changes which have happened is multidisciplinarity at all levels. And secondly, multiple entry and exit. When we say that in the policy, you can exit at the end of 2 years of a 4-year program of engineering, or you may exit at the end of 3 years of your 5-year medical program or whatever. Then what will happen to those students when they come out? So this is one challenge which many institutions keep asking about it. And then we talk about entry into the system laterally, subsequently, sometime later. So to facilitate this is a very excellent policy because people may exit at the end of 1 year or 2 year of the program for multiple reasons. But very few will leave. It's not that a large chunk of people are going out of the system, because anyone who has taken admission in a particular program want to complete it. They don't want to exit it without a degree. But there are compulsions because of financial condition in the family. Maybe earning member of the family passes off. So a student will have to do some job in order to cater to his family requirements. And then after a couple of years, when the family stabilizes, after a student takes care of his siblings, may want to come back and continue the education. So far, such facilitation did not exist in our engineering or science or arts or any domain. Universities had a very robust, strict rule that if the program is of 3 years duration, you have to complete it in 5 years. You may take a gap of 1 year, but you have to come back and then complete it. Same with 4-year program in 6 years and so on. So students were handicapped in such cases when they go out of the system because of compulsions of family or something else. Or sometimes girls, when their parents get transferred, even though they are alive, they may not like to leave behind in a hostel or in a environment where they don't feel safe, and therefore transfer from one college to the other college, one university to the other university, requires exit and re-entry into the some other system. And this was not permissible. This is a policy. Now, policy is very good in theory, then how do you practice it? And for practice, few facilitation using technology was necessary. One very interesting thing which we started is giving a unique identity to every student, every learner. We call it as APAR ID, Automated Permanent Academic Account Registry. This APAR, Automated Permanent Academic Account Registry, name has come later. First we decided APAR as the name. APAR in almost all Indian languages. You know, there are many foreigners here may not know Indian languages, but those who are from India, they know whether it is in Hindi, whether it is in Telugu, in Marathi, Kannada, Bengali. APAR ka matlab hai anek, innumerable. So this particular ID will have innumerable applications, and that's why the name APAR, which in Indian all languages is called multiple or useful cases which are going to come out of that, and that's why it's called unique APAR ID, which is connected, linked with Academic Bank of Credits, ABC. So every learning that student undergoes, formal, informal, in the college or university as part of the courses of the curriculum structure, or outside the classroom, whether it is in terms of internships, whether it is in terms of going to societal work, something like a work with NGO, or take any course from say Microsoft or Blue Ocean, all of that learning can be deposited in the Academic Bank of Credits. So it is an authentic record of the learning of the student which is available in the Academic Bank of Credits. I often joke, in India we have the goddesses of wealth, Lakshmi. So in the bank we deposit money, cash, euro, dollar, rupees, whatever it is. So it is a Lakshmi account, bank account is a Lakshmi account. And this Academic Bank of Credits is a virtual account, not a physical bank existing, but here on the platform you deposit all your learnings, and we have goddess of learning, Saraswati. So this is a Saraswati account. So we have this account which is very, very useful, where it is useful for transfer from one school to the other school. If a student is in the 8th grade, completes that course, but his father gets transferred from Bangalore to Kolkata, and then he has to hunt for a school, he has to give all certificates in physical form, all of that is a gone case. Now it is not required. Everything learning is available up to 8th grade. All mark sheets are available in the academic bank of credit. He goes to another school, hunts for a good school there, and deposits his ID, which is a 12-digit ID, and the new school will be able to get all the data of the student up to the 8th grade, whatever he has or she has learnt there. So this is very easy, smooth way of transfer from one school to the other school. While taking any entrance exam, we have very competitive exams in India called as toughest exams of the world. For IIT entrance, joint entrance exam, JEE main, and then followed by that JEE advanced. For university entrance, now there is a CUET, combined university entrance test. There is a medical exam called NEET, which is again another tough exam where more than 20-25 lakh students appear and hardly number of seats available are not even 1 lakh. So 1:25 is the number at which we work on that scale, and therefore all of this for writing an exam, for admissions abroad later after you graduate, or for employment purposes, for anything, if you share your APAR ID, and APAR ID has the connection with ABC, anyone who wants authentic information about the candidate don't have to go hunting for variety of sources to check, verify the credentials of the student. So this is what technology enables, and this is what is being done. Last but not the least thing, today there is a different way of teaching learning process happening in the colleges and universities, unlike in the past where a professor will come to the class, deliver a 50-55 minute lecture, either writing something on the blackboard or presenting through overhead projector or LCD presentation, PowerPoint presentation, some use of internet. Now gone are those days because students are not interested in sitting quietly for 50-55 minutes. They get bored within 10 minutes and then start looking at their mobile phone, their Facebook profile, WhatsApp, and so on and so forth. And therefore, in order to make the classes interesting, two new concepts which have emerged is the blended classes or flipped classrooms. So in fact, whatever topic is going to be covered in the next class, faculty member will identify maybe 5-6 interesting video content and ask students to watch them and come back to the class. In the class, rather than teaching, you start interaction. Start asking which of the topics out of those videos which you have watched, you have understood, which of them you have not understood. How the students would not have watched despite the faculty member having told them to watch. Some of them would have watched, some of them would have watched half-heartedly, and when faculty asks questions on that, some of them who have watched, they will be able to answer, and then others will be exposed. And then slowly, maybe a couple of weeks down the line, everyone will become serious in watching those videos which are given as additional learning or earlier learning material for the students, and they come back to the class. And in the class, you will create some exciting, challenging problems which the society, which the planet is facing, whether it is in terms of every discipline, whether it is arts, where you have economics or philosophy or psychology, or science, where physics, maths, chemistry, biology, or in engineering, where computer science, supply chain management, all of those courses are available or degree programs are there. You can always create a problem statement within the class and ask students to solve them within the group of 5-6, and then come back and explain how did you attack the problem, how do you divided the problem into parts, how did you try to solve that problem, and what was the contribution of each one of you in the team. And this way you will have collaborative work, teamwork, leadership development, communication skills development, and all of which employers in the industry want. When they are interviewing, they want foundational knowledge, basic fundamentals. They want that students should be able to communicate well in whatever language they feel comfortable. They should also be team workers. They should not be in isolation. Everyone has to work in teams, and someone should have a leadership quality. All of that is tested through one single thing, that is the classroom exercise, where you make students to work together in teams and then come out. This is one part. In AICT, we started another very innovative program called Smart India Hackathon. Hackathons were not new in the world. In fact, in the Bay Area in US, It's more than about 20 years of history that hackathons were being conducted. But the novel hackathons which we started in India was entire nationwide hackathon, not for a particular industry, not for a particular university, but across the board, collecting problems of the government, different ministries, different departments, collecting problems from industry, maybe small and big, large and small scales also problems from startups, problems of NGOs, about 400, 500 problems annually, and then throw them as challenge for students, come out with ideas to solve that problem. A team of 6 students, diversity is important. Every team must have one woman member, otherwise team is not accepted. All 6 girl students is accepted, all 6 boys team is rejected. You know, simple logic that we should involve women folk in the problem solving, because many times a problem is seen from different angles by different people. Women see it from a different angle, which men cannot see many times, and that's why that diversity helps actually. And then you have people from maybe architecture, pharmacy background, engineering background, science background. If they come together, that diverse team will create a solution which is very, very easily implementable. When we are talking about theory and practice and theory and implementation, I think this Smart India Hackathon has been running now for 8-9 years, and I'm very happy right from first year, our Prime Minister Modi comes on the platform on the first day evening after the 12 hours are over. That means this is a 36-hour hackathon, starts on 8 o'clock in the morning of Saturday, ends at 8 p.m. on Sunday. On 8 p.m. on Saturday, the first day after 12 hours, he interacts with students online and then asks, what are you solving? Any new ideas are coming up, and so on and so forth. So I think this is a phenomenal exercise where all of them are coming together using technology to solve the problems of the planet. We have augmented reality, virtual reality, metaverse, extended reality, animation, visual effects, comics, gamification. These are all technologies which are going to be very useful, exciting for learning. That is what we at NETF are doing. Thank you very much. Namaskar, Jai Hind.